like to recognise that the Oromo people are the largest Indigenous population in all of East Africa, and as such we'd like to pay respects to the Indigenous people of this country, the Wurundjeri tribe of the Kulin Nation. We pay respects to their elders, both past and present, and recognise that the Aboriginal people are a diverse community, much in the way the Oromo community is a diverse community. So on that note, thank you very much for attending. We're very happy to have you all here. The community people is what makes the committee. It's not the committee that works, it's the community who supports us. So thank you very much for coming on time. And so without any further ado, I'll pass on to the Honourable Member Adam Bandt.
Thank you, Sophie. My name is Adam Bandt. I'm the member in Federal Parliament for this electorate of Melbourne. And I'd like to also acknowledge that we are meeting on the land of the Wurundjeri, and their traditional ownership and custodianship of the land is something that has gone unbroken and is something that we recognise and that we as Greens take very importantly, and we are very pleased that sometime in the next couple of years there will be a referendum to change the Australian Constitution to formally recognise the Indigenous owners of this land, something that we're very pleased about. I want to acknowledge also that we have John Sybeck, the Mayor of Moonee Valley, here attending with us. And I'll go through in a minute what we're hoping to achieve today, but just to tell you a little bit about Melbourne that I represent. Melbourne covers from Ascot Vale and West Melbourne and Kensington and Flemington, where we are now. I just live about 500 metres that way, just the other side of the flats. Over to Carlton, Collingwood, Fitzroy, and all the way over to Richmond. And it's a pretty special electorate. Of course I would say that, you'd expect me to say that, but it's an electorate that's got some pretty interesting characteristics. Out of all of the places in the country, Melbourne has the most number of people who have come here who were born overseas and who've just come here in the last 5 years. So it has a very, very strong and diverse population, and that's always been the case. It also has the most number of people who live in public housing of anywhere in the country, and it also most number of public housing dwellings, and it also has the most number of young people. So it's a very exciting and diverse electorate, and I feel very proud to represent it. I've been in the job now as a Member of Parliament for about 8 months. I'm the first member of the Greens Party to be elected to the lower house of Parliament to represent an area. And I'm looking at your map that you have up over on the wall there, and in my time, my short 8 months, it occurred to me that I've met and worked closely with groups like the African Think Tank and with representatives of Sudanese community and representatives of the Somali community and even representatives from Yemen. And Rose, who spoke before, has been telling me for months that we need to get a meeting together to hear from the Oromo community. And so I'm very, very pleased that, I'm sorry that it's taken 8 months, but I'm very, very pleased to be here and to hear from you, because part of this for me is I want to learn about the Oromo community and to learn about what it is that you want. My job is to represent you and to represent the people who live in Melbourne. And I know that one of the difficulties that we have is that the Bureau of Statistics does not recognise the Oromo community and the Oromo nation formally, and so we don't know exactly how many people that we have living here, and maybe that's something that I can help work to change. So I'm very much looking forward to this afternoon, and I want to thank Ali, whose idea it was to have this meeting, and Rose for helping make it happen. And we have a number of representatives from government departments who are here, and we'll introduce them when we get to the question and answer session afterwards, and you'll have a chance to ask them some questions and also to come and talk to them. But so I'll hand over now to Toltu, and thank you very much, so many of you, for coming out, and I'm very much looking forward to this afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. What I'd like to do is